So let's do part two on this date. Tommy Two-Tone 8675309, which I accidentally looked at in the previous video. And hey, it's 126 on 126, 638. It's 8675309. It has the 86ing and the date of 309 in it. Released on November 16th, 1981. That is Maggie Gyllenhaal's birthday. Matter of fact, she would have turned 4 that day. Now, Maggie is the baby, and she would have been the baby, 4 years old. How old is Maggie in The Simpsons? So 1 year old. So she just stays this 1 year old. Okay. Anyway, 8675309 has 753 in it, which is on the clocks of Back to the Future. It's got your 86ing in it, and it's got our date of 309, and then it's called Jenny. When you run the song, it's got the 138 in the views when I looked at it. Um, Released March 13th, 2013. So that's a 1313. Now that's 313 Zerbruder film date, 313. And you run it to 311 Rising Day, include both dates, and it's 4747, his big number. And of course, it's on the 309 date. It's going to be 4745, both his numbers. This is a big, absolutely big deal because this 309 is what this is all about in the 86ing of the 309. It was released, the video, in 2013, like we said, and then Tenet, the mirror of 39 is 93. Tenet came out on 9/3. When we run it to 39, it's 2013 days, which is the year the video came out. It's also 66 months, 6 days. I didn't catch that earlier. So it's 666. How did I miss that the first time? I don't know, but I did. The release date of the song 8675309 to our date 16/184. 388 begins the hours. And I think when we run 16/184, it did not come to a 37 progression. No. Um, yeah, and it's in the middle, so it's not going to be a 37 progression anywhere in that. Not the rising day, if you include both dates, any of it. Then you look at Forrest Gump, which was all about Jenny, because the song was called the Jenny song. Robin Wright played Jenny. Robin Wright to our event day is 21,886, the 88 being 86th. It's right there. Again, these are big deals. Look at the 399 showing up on this car advertisement. 399 is Murder in the Jewish Hebrew Gematria. See previous video. This is part two of the series. Forrest Gump came out. When we run at 239, that 11,569 is a direct smash hit of my personal cipher that I tell you all about, Groundhog Day 2009. But I want you to look at the months and the days. 3803. That was the address I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, you got a 38 and an 83 there. 31 years, 8 months, 3 days. You got your 83 again, don't you? But this connects on personal ciphers, both personal ciphers at levels I cannot even tell you. And by the way, this 7684, that's my birthday. What did I turn? 30. Yeah, I was born in 61, so I would have turned 33 years old. They're a big number. Remember my two right eye wounds, there's a midpoint day of two different right eye wounds that I had where I documented them on my YouTube channels. The midpoint is 220 of 2022. It's all twos all the way across. 2, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 2. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 twos. It's a direct hit on the rising day. 1480, 37 progression. The Wednesday, boy, did that ever pop. I really wanted to use that as a thumbnail, but I went ahead and went with the date because that would be what the playlist would also show. But boy, did Wednesday season 2, the second release. So it's 2/2, second season, second release on the Tenet anniversary date, 5th year anniversary of September 3rd, 9/3, opposite our 3/9 date. Boy, it came to 187 days. That was just a direct smash hit because Wednesday has woe in every single title of seasons 1 and 2. I'll probably use the thumbnail this time since I'm going back over it again. Is there anything else? Yes. Remember the midpoint of the two total solars that make the X across America? There was on that midpoint day, there was a total solar, 12/14/2020, when Biden got his electorals and day 1 of the therapy was administered. When you run that to our 3/9 date, 1,911 days. Direct smash hit. So we start looking at all these eclipses and time frames. Let's go ahead and look at everything. 1556, 1558. Look at that. From that total solar of 2021, it's 222 weeks and 2 days. 222, there's my cursor, 222 weeks and 2 days. Just direct smash hit. And you get into 2022. Remember that personal cipher I had with my friend? She turned the first 5 digits of Trump and I's combined number. 13463. Yeah. By the way, the Batman movie came out then also. It's 1466, and then it'll be 1468 on the rising day. So you have your 66 and your 68. 1468 was the phone number I had growing up, my parents' phone number. 68, remember, is his name fused with Antichrist in reverse reduction. Donald J. Trump, 68. Antichrist, 68, both in reverse reduction. That's why they did 2001: A Space Odyssey in 1968 and had the RFK, MLK, FAKE events in 1968. It was also the Heidi Bowl was 1968, 11/17. All of that because 68 is his biggest number. They just don't use it. And none of the AI sites give it to you. Only we do here. We're the only ones that give you 68 as far as that relates to Trump. It's also the reversal of 86, which would represent rising. And on the rising day of 3/11, it's 1468 days from the release of Batman or The Batman. Then on the 27th was Top Gun Maverick, which is all about the rising day. Then you run it to the rising day, 1384. 138, that's his number. Fused with 84. 84 is 7 times 12. 12 is number for the church, 7 is the number for cleansing. All over the book of Revelation, it's all about cleansing the church. Right there, he is Top Gun Maverick. Even had so on his trading cards. I'm convinced this is a date right now. There's no ambiguity whatsoever as all these are lining up. Then you go to the 516 total lunar. And you run it to the event day. 1393. Folks, that's the date. March 3rd, and most countries ride at 9/3. It's 1393. It's 3 years, 9 months, 21 days. So you have your 39 coded in the years and the months. You have your 39 or your March 9th coded in the days. Are you kidding me? Now, the reason I'm hitting these total solars and total lunars are because August 12th of 2022, there was a midpoint of 2 total lunars and 2 total solars. So we're looking at all of them, and we're going to look at the midpoint next. It was the midpoint of 2 total lunars, 88 days in both directions. 88 is Trump and Sybil Gematria. 251 days in both directions for the total solar. We already looked at one total solar on 12/4/2021, which helped give us the transfer portal of time date. See previous video. Now let's move over to August 12th, which is the day Sirius the Dog Star rose, and the midpoint of 2 total solar, 2 total lunar eclipses. Hey, it's 138, y'all. Did y'all see that? The 47 seconds too, his number. So 1305, Miami area code. It's 186 weeks. It's 313 begins the hours. It's 1879 in the minutes. 79 is murder. 187 is murder. This is hitting on every level possible. It is also 357.53 of a common year. 357 is the amount of verses in the book of Daniel. It's a direct hit on every single one of these. Because in the seconds, you see the 127, which is Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 7 coded. I mean, this thing is everything right here. Everything. Every single thing. Goodness gracious. And then on 11/8 was the other total lunar in 2022. 12/17, the date of my right eye wound. When the paper airplane flew into my right eye, documented on my YouTube channels. Remember I told you the midpoint was 2/20 of 2022? Well, it was 130 days to both right eye wounds. The first one was 12/17, the other was on 4/26 of 2022. That 4/26 date is 14/13. Anyway, and then lastly was Lily. Lily's total solar. And I Pet Goat, that is Lily rolling out the apple. That is her total solar. She is the 4/20/2023 total solar. And there you go, 1054, the amount of time Trump was born. I always knew that Lily's total solar would be a direct hit of the event day. And then the 5/5 should connect somehow to the rising. And it says 2 years, 10 months, 17 days. So 2, 11, 17, or 2, the rising. Donald Trump born at 10:54 a.m. There it is. And there it is, 10:54, his time of birth. Lily is the total solar who then rolls out the apple because she's sitting inside the corona. And then she delivers the flower full moon. And the flower full moon, the only total solar eclipse to deliver a flower full moon anywhere around this Trump time frame is this total solar and the flower full moon of 5/5, 2023. So since that represents rising, we have to run it to the rising date. And it is very interesting that it's the 1041 because it's 141 days left in the year on August 12th, 2022. Look at the weeks, 148 weeks. It's Donald J. Trump and Sybil Gematria. And there's more to it. It's 285% of a common year. 285 is the address of One World Trade Tower, 285 Fulton Street, along with other things in the minutes and in the seconds. This is all big time stuff. Big time stuff. All this is. All right. This is part 2. Love you guys.